Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and you just so happen to stumble upon today's video, hello, welcome. My name is Shonnetta from Shonnetta'sDivineTarot here on YouTube. On this channel, I love to make tarot pick-a cards, tarot readings, and other spiritual related videos like this one. So if that, my friend, is something that you are interested in, go ahead and subscribe down below. And while you're subscribing, make sure you ring that notification bell so you stay updated and you do not miss out when a homegirl posts future videos like so. You already know, let's go. All right, you guys, so as you can see, the vibe is different today. All right, I just had a beautiful meditation session connected with source, with spirit, and we're doing things a little bit different today. So we started with a beautiful, relaxing, healing singing bowl. All right, I hope you guys took your deep breaths, really, used that energy. Yankee Doodle just woke up. That singing bowl got him right. Okay, so he's saying hi. All right, so he's here with us today. So as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a video talking all about the full moon in Capricorn, the full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn that is occurring July 16th on a Tuesday. All right, better late than never. I should have been posted this, but things happen, life happened, but I'm still posting it, so if you're seeing this after the full moon, it's okay. You can still harness this energy 3 days before and 3 days after. This is a very powerful energy, so I doubt you're gonna miss anything. All right, I always like to give you guys that disclaimer, but we're ready. So in this video, I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about this energy and how we can harness this energy, what rituals I'm going to be doing and what rituals you guys should really do to really use this energy to push yourself and move forward. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna get started. Make sure you grab your tea, your water. All right, do what you gotta do, get comfortable. All right, because we're gonna be vibing today. All right, you guys. So I do have notes. I took notes because I have a lot of beautiful things that I want to touch base on with you guys today. And I also pulled some cards for my Moonology deck. If you're interested, that will be linked down below as always. We're going to talk about it. It's just so much to talk about. I'm so excited and it's like, where do I start? So let's just start with basically the basics, okay, you guys? So we are having full moon in Capricorn, a partial lunar eclipse. So this is very powerful. This is very powerful. And this has to do with transformation, rebirth, healing, cleansing. All right, and I am so ready for it. If you have Capricorn in your chart, this is really going to be affecting you, but it's affecting everybody, and it's going to affect people in their own ways. Some people it's really going to be like, whoa, this is intense, and for some people it's going to be intense, but it's not going to be like over the wall intense. Okay, so everybody's going to get affected differently. Look at your birth charts, look at where Capricorn is placed. Okay, but let's get more in depth with it. I have my notes because I just want to make sure that we talk about everything today. So this full moon, this partial lunar eclipse, is actually influenced heavily by the South Node and by Pluto. All right, so first let's talk about the South Node. And I pulled the card here today, the South Node. And this card talks about do not let your past hold you back. And the South is associated with shedding, okay? So this full moon is going to really make us all get rid of and shed old stories, old situations, old relationships, old thought patterns, old belief systems. It's going to really push us to get rid of that old energy, get rid of that past energy that we have just been holding on to. We've been clinging on to it because that's all that we have known. But in order to step into new territory, we have to release that old energy, because that old energy, that the South Node wants us to get rid of, it's really been stunting our growth. And this full moon, there's a dump truck as I'm talking about this. So look at the synchronicities. Like literally, they're getting rid of the trash. They're getting rid of it so we can have room to put new trash. Like, okay, that's a bad, thing to associate it with, but that is like a big synchronicity right there. So we're releasing, we're garbaging old things that don't serve us, okay? So let's talk about Pluto, the planet Pluto, okay? It's a big influence, okay? Pluto is what's bringing up traumas, okay? So if the past week, you know, and this week especially, expect to feel, you know, old energies come up, you know, old sadness, old anger come up. And for some people, if you don't exactly know what your traumas are, you might be very confused. You're gonna be like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I so sad? Why am I happy now? Why am I angry? You know, it's gonna be a mix of emotions, but what Pluto is doing, it's bringing old energy to the surface so that we can finally look at it, we can honor it, we can embrace it. Don't relive it though, don't re-traumatize yourself, but it's all happening so that we can finally shed it. So Pluto and the South Node are a beautiful, what's the word, duo for us to really release this. So old traumas. These old traumas can be anything. And as I was meditating, certain messages came to me. You know, these old traumas, it could be, you know, sexual abuse. It could be physical abuse, mental abuse. It could be neglect. You know, if you were younger and you got neglected, you did not get the care and the recognition that you know, deserved or that you needed. These traumas, it could be, you know, if you were somebody that got bullied a lot as a child. These could be past life traumas, especially for those of you, if you have not experienced any like crazy traumas in this lifetime, but you're still feeling this roller coaster of emotions during this time period, you could be dealing with past life traumas. So meditation for you guys would be very beneficial. And when you're meditating, go in it with the intention that you uncover these traumas so that you can bring it to the surface and you can shed those old stories so that you can step into this new beginning. Okay, you can step into this greater version of yourself. But back to what I was saying, so it could be past life traumas. It could also be traumas of, you know, really anything, you know, eating disorders, you know, traumas, you know, self-inflicted traumas that you brought upon yourself, traumas from, you know, people in your life passing away. So this is the time where all of that old energy that we kind of just pushed on the back burner, we kind of just suppressed and we tried to just, you know, mask that hurt. Oh, I'm fine. That doesn't affect me. I don't care. And, you know, another message that just came to me is, you know, traumas with, you know, your parents. You know, so for those of you, maybe one of your parents weren't in the picture, or maybe both of your parents were in the picture, but they weren't really in the picture, if you get what I'm saying. So this kind of stuff is what's going to come to the surface. And when it comes to the surface throughout this week, okay, because this is a powerful energy, it's going to be with us. It's already with us, you know, before the day has even come, you know. But this energy, when it comes to the surface, you are being asked to just embrace it, to honor it. Anger is going to come up. Sadness is going to come up. Anxiety, stress is going to come up. But when those come up, it's important for you to really just go with the flow, okay? Scream if you need to scream. Go outside in the woods and just let it out, okay? Cry if you need to cry. Do what you need to do, but please use this time to finally release it, okay? You've been dealing with this for so long, subconsciously, you know, even if you've been trying to act as if it doesn't bother you, it really does. So this is the time where you're basically about to hit the reset button. And in this video, I'm going to show you how, you know, ways that I like to release energy, ways that I'm going to do this. So this is going to be really exciting, okay? Especially, you know, I'm just so excited for this, you know, even though it's kind of like a touchy subject, you know, traumas are coming to the surface, but it's okay, because once we release these traumas, once we just let it go, once we release it, once we surrender it, honestly, the end of that tough cycle is going to come, okay? And when we release this energy, we're opening up so much more space inside of our heart, inside of our soul, inside of our life for new energies to enter, okay? So I hope you guys are as pumped as I am, you know, because it's transformational. It's a rebirth energy. And don't get it twisted. It's going to be hard, you know, for some people. For some people, it's going to be easier. But if you're somebody and you've been really just wanting to just get rid of this, but you haven't really been able to for some reason, this full moon in particular, it's really going to help you just knock it out. It's going to help you release it, okay? Especially if you do the rituals that I'm going to tell you later in this video. It's going to finally be released. We're shedding it. We're getting rid of it, okay? It's no longer going to be a part of us. So really quick, I do want to ask you personally, so use this time, you know, you and I were here together. What is it that you personally are going through that's holding you back, you know, that you're getting these limiting beliefs from, that you're getting this sadness, this anxiety, this anger from? What is it, you know? What do you need to release during this full moon? And, you know, if you feel called, I would recommend it. Get a piece of paper and write it down, you know, right now. Pause this video, write it down, you know? Whatever is coming to mind as I'm talking about this, these traumas, these experiences. And, you know, some people, their traumas might not be as big as other people, but it's still a trauma. It's still something that you have went through that has altered your mindset and altered your reality. So write it down. It could be the smallest thing. You know, maybe, you know, when you were in like the 5th grade, you peed your pants and everybody laughed at you and they're like, why'd you do that? You know, it could be something like that. And to other people, it's not a big deal. But to you, the 5th grade you, it really affected you. It really hurt your feelings to see all of those people just make fun of you and laugh at you, you know? So whatever it is, write it down and use this full moon energy to just release, surrender. Okay, I do want to let you guys know this is very important. This full moon in Capricorn, this partial lunar eclipse, this is all occurring in the sign of Cancer. And Cancer, it's very personal. Okay, so this is why it's going to be an intense energy. You know, it's really personal. Also, when I think of Cancer, I think of family, friends, relationships. So when you're going through this release, when this old anger is coming up, when this old sadness is coming up, when all of these old traumas come to surface, I would say, you know, just let your family, your close friends, people that are close to you, people that you live with, just let them know, like, hey, I'm going through it, you know, so if I snap at you or if I'm moody, this is why. Don't get mad at me, you know, but also use this time to talk to people that you really trust. Have your closest friends by you because they can help you get through this. Okay, so yeah, you know, so that was a little bit about this full moon. I did pull some cards, so I'm going to tell you what all these say. So we have the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle is here, okay? So that ties into the releasing. So the tough cycle that many of us have been going through, it's because we've been holding on to these old belief systems, these old limiting beliefs. We've been holding on to this old hurt. We've been holding on to this old pain, this old sadness, all right? We've been keeping it bottled inside. But this full moon in Capricorn is just gonna push us to finally release it, especially being influenced by Pluto in the South Node. This is a perfect combination to just release it. All right. And, you know, even if you've just been upset with yourself, you know, maybe somebody in your family passed away, and when they passed away, you weren't on good terms with them and you've just been beating yourself up for it. Release it. All right, just, you know, honor the situation and know that everything is okay. We also have the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back, you know, because we are about to step into the new versions of ourselves. I keep saying it, but it's true. All right, we're stepping into our goals, our destiny, our dreams, our desires. So why would we go into that new energy holding on to these old stories, okay? So we're shedding, we're releasing. And when we shed, when we release, we're rebirthing ourselves. Okay? So if you're somebody, if you talk bad about yourself, if you continuously, you know, look in the mirror and you just cannot enjoy how you look, dive deeper. Why do you feel that way? Were you somebody that used to get picked on as a kid? You know, did your family members, did your close friends, you know, did they just always used to make comments about you? And so that put an imprint on you to now in your adult years, you are that person that just always has a comment. You can never be satisfied. You always have something to say about your appearance or what you wear or what you do, you know? So really dive deep. I'm just giving examples here, but of course, as I'm talking about about this. Whatever is coming to your mind, write it down, okay? We also have the full moon card, which this is all about surrendering to the divine. And so when we're releasing all of this, we're releasing it to the universe. We're releasing it to source, to spirit. We're like, hey, okay, I've held on to this for years. I've held on to this for too long. It's over, there you go. It's done, okay? And we'll talk about that when I get to the rituals. All right, we also have the gibbous moon because this is, what's going on currently. You are very close to achieving your goal. And this ties into we are so close to reaching our goals. We're so close to our dreams. We're so close to what we want, but we're having a hard time getting there currently because of our past, because of, these old belief systems, these old opinions, these old ways of living. We're just clinging on to it, but no more. Okay, it's gone. All right, and we also have a full moon eclipse because that is what this is. Conclusions are within reach. So once we do all of this releasing, once we shed these old stories, it's like a snake, we're shedding our old skin. All right, it's gonna be so powerful, but once we do that, we're going to get the conclusions, we're going to get the answers, we're going to get the solutions to how we can get to our goals, our dreams, our destinies. All right, so I'm excited for this. So let's go ahead and get into the rituals. I didn't want to make this too lengthy, but of course, Spirit is just communicating through me, so what needs to be heard is going to be said. All right, so rituals. I want you guys to know that literally for these full moons, these new moons, for these moon cycles, really what you just need yourself. You need a piece of paper and you need a pen, all right? It doesn't have to be fancy. Of course, I'm going to give you guys other ways, but if you don't have some of the stuff that I talk about, don't stress, The main way that I like to do things is I like to just write it out and just release it. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So a ritual that I will personally be doing, it's going to be getting a piece of paper. All right, getting a good old piece of paper, you guys, getting a pen. What is it that you want to release? All right, what is it that you want to release? What is holding you back from your past that is stunting your growth? Okay, if you didn't have these old things holding you back, where would you be? All right, so on your piece of paper, write out, bullet by bullet, okay? What do you want to release? Is it, traumas? What traumas do you want to release? Getting called fat continuously when you were a child. Is it that? Write it down. Okay? And when you write it down, I am releasing, fill in the blank. Okay? I am releasing. All right, that's the key right there. I am releasing. Or you can even write, I have released, fill in the blanks. All right? That's all you have to do, so I have released all insecurities from my childhood. I have released, fill in the blank, you guys. So, because everybody has their own traumas that they're going through. I will definitely be doing this, and it could be the smallest thing ever, and really dive deep here because some people might overlook certain traumas. They might think that it's the normal, for example, if you, grew up in a household where you really had to raise yourself, but you've done it for so long and you just think that that's normal. That's not really normal. So that's something that you want to write out. I have released the fact that when I was a child, I didn't really get to enjoy my childhood. Things like that. You really want to release it. Sexual abuse, release it. All right, physical abuse, release it. Mental, verbal abuse, release it. All right, this is the time. So you write it all out as if you have already released it. All right, at the end of your note, you want to sign your name. Okay, what I like to do, I insert your full name, first, middle, last, date of birth, have released all of the above, and then you sign it. A powerful way to release, I use Fire, okay? Fire is powerful, fire is sacred, fire is beautiful, all right? And as you burn your piece of paper, you know, and practice fire safety, disclaimer, and if you're under 18, of course, ask permission, do what you gotta do, or get help, but as you release, you know, as you burn it, you are saying out loud or in your head with the intention that as this piece of paper burns, everything on that piece of paper is released. It's out of my luminous energetic field. It's out of my aura. It's out of my mind. It's gone. All right, I've released it. This is so powerful, and trust that when you release these things, immediately you will just feel a weight lifted off of your shoulders. Okay, so that's one ritual that I highly recommend. If you don't do any of the other rituals, do this ritual, okay? It's very powerful. Also, you guys see that I have a piece of shungite here. Shungite, it's very powerful for releasing negativity. It's very powerful for cleansing. All right, so before this video, before I recorded this, I had a beautiful meditation session holding this. And instantly, as the first breaths that I took, I just immediately felt so relaxed. I felt just so relieved. All right. So if you have shungite, and it doesn't have to be shungite, if you have smoky quartz, if you have shungite, if you have black tourmaline, black obsidian, if you have, you know, any grounding, releasing negativity crystal, pull it out today, you know, tomorrow, the full moon, 3 days after, this whole week. Get these crystals out, and a powerful way that you can release is you can actually just, with your intention, blow into this crystal all of these traumas, all of these limiting beliefs, all of these old structures that you have once to live with that no longer serve their purpose in your life. Blow it all into the crystal. So for example, I am blowing in insecurities. I am releasing these insecurities. And if you want to get, you know, in depth, what insecurities do you have? I'm blowing in my weight insecurity. And you do it 3 times. 3 is a very powerful number. It's very sacred. So I like to breathe things in 3 times. You can breathe it in 5 times, 9 times. 3 is just what I do, but you would do it 3 times, okay? And you don't have to say it out loud. You can just blow into the crystal, you know, thinking about it, you know, just blow it in there. Traumas, you know, abuse that you have gone through, whatever these traumas are, bullying, you know, years and years of bullying, you blow that into the crystal. And if you don't have crystals, get a rock. You know, it's all comes from nature. Rocks hold vibrations, they hold healing properties. So go outside, get a rock, get a stick, get something, all right? Make sure it's from nature. And you just blow it all right? You blow it with the intention, as you blow, it's getting released. It's releasing from my body. It's releasing from my shoulders, my back, where it's just been weighing on you for years and years. It's releasing. It's releasing from your aura, okay? It's releasing from your mind. It's releasing, all right? And you blow it into it. All right. And don't rush this process. And if tears come up, let the tears come out. All right. If anger comes up, let the anger out. All right. If laughter comes out, if anxiety comes out, let it out, embrace it, because as you do these rituals, those are going to come to the surface. So you honor it. You go with the flow. All right. And then what you can do, if you're doing this with the crystal, all you have to do is you go outside in nature with your crystal and you just dig a hole in the earth, okay? And what this is going to do is Mother Earth, Pachamama, she is going to absorb all of the heavy energy, absorb all of the traumas, absorb everything that you have blown into your rock or your crystal. And you just bury her, or the crystal. You bury the crystal with the intention that Mother Earth is just going to devour all of the hurt, the pain, the suffering, the trauma. She is releasing it, all right? And you're burying this with the knowing that it's done, it's over, okay? It's not a part of you. You're not carrying it anymore. You've shed that old story. It's like a snake, you've shedded the skin, All right. And now you're left with this brand new you that is, open to new ways of living, new ways of thinking. You're open to self-love. You're open to following your dreams, your goals. These old programs that you have blown into the rock, the crystal, are inside of Mother Earth. All right, Mother Earth, Pachamama has devoured that for you. And what you want to do is you want to bury the crystal or the rock and you cover it back up. Of course, remember where you bury it if it's a crystal that you care about. And you want to leave it in Mother Earth for a good five days to a week. That's what I would do. And then after that, you can bring it, get it, what is the word? After the week is over, the 5 days is over, or you can do 3 days, but after that, you can re-dig it up and the crystal will be cleansed. That's what the earth does. It's a very beautiful way to cleanse your crystals. I keep saying, goodness gracious, but yeah, and then you have a fully cleansed crystal, all right? Or you could leave it in there if it's heavy traumas and you just feel called to just let Mother Earth just take it, do you, all right? That's why I would use rocks if you just want to fully release it and just get rid of it. Use rocks, or you can use a crystal, all right? Either way, Mother Earth is going to cleanse it. So you do you with that one, but that is a powerful way to release and cleanse. Now, I will say another way that Spirit just called me to share this with you is it involves pen and paper. So what you would do, this is something that I would highly recommend, especially if you have like traumas that involve other people, whatever they are, if somebody has passed away, if you've been through any traumas involving hurt, pain, suffering, somebody, doing something to you, and that person, what you can do is you can actually use your pen and paper and write a letter, okay? A detailed letter expressing your emotions and expressing how this trauma has played a part in your life. Write a letter to that person, all right? And have a knowing that as you're writing this letter, you're releasing it. It's leaving your body, it's leaving your mind, it's leaving your aura, all right? It's all coming onto this piece of paper, and you write the letter, cry, yell, scream, let it out, okay? But we're releasing this. And then you just want to do you on this letter, cuss, just get it all out. And then you want to sign it at the end, right? I am releasing this. This is not my problem. I'm done with it. I'm giving it to Mother Earth. I'm giving it to universe. I am shedding this story. And what do you do with the letter? You simply go outside and burn it. All right. And as you burn the letter, just like the first way, you burn it with the knowing that this trauma, this pain, this suffering, this old you, it's gone. All right. The universe is taking care of this. You guys, this is very transformational, and I want to let you know it's okay to cry. It's okay to scream, to yell. It's okay. It really is okay, because we're releasing and we deserve to finally release this, and Pluto in the South Node is going to help you. All right. And expect powerful change. Know that this powerful change, this new you, this new energy, it's coming. All right, you guys. And, the last way that I will recommend, if you have access to this, not everybody has access to this, but this is snakeskin. All right. And just as we were talking about, we're talking about the South Node. We're talking about shedding old stories, and the symbolism is snake. So this is snakeskin. This is real snakeskin that came from a snake. If you have some, if you don't have some, you can hold the intention for you to find some. That's how me and Chris did it. But you would just take a piece of the snake skin. All right, that's all you would do. Make sure it's not poisonous. But you would take a piece, it doesn't have to be big, and you would blow all the hurt, the pain, the traumas that you've been holding on to, blow it all in there. All right, and you can either burn this, or you could simply just release it outside to Mother Earth. But that is very powerful. It's very symbolic, and it's just extremely powerful, you guys. So, and this is also, this video is lengthy, but it's meant. And also, if you have just toxic ties with people in your life, toxic cords that need to be cut, do cord cutting meditations. All right. If if it's, just somebody that you're in a toxic karmic relationship with, This is the time to shed those stories. If you have toxic ties to an old toxic friend or family member, cut the cord, all right? Love them from a distance, but this is the time to do so. And I just want to continue to remind everybody that this energy is so transformational. So after we release this, after we get rid of these traumas and we have the knowing that it's gone, I'm getting goosebumps. That is when the beautiful transformation occurs. That is when we get in alignment with our dreams, our goals, our destinies. And I'm already seeing it happening. Like, you know, my good friend Craig, he started his YouTube channel and he's been wanting to do it, but things have been holding him back. And this energy has pushed him to just say, F it. I don't care. I'm going for it. Shout out to him. But you guys, like, I'm just seeing it all around. People are finally stepping out of their shell. They're stepping up to their full potential and they're going after it. So this is the full moon that you do not want to miss. You want to release these. You want to harness this energy. All right, so I'm so excited. Of course, you guys, make sure you do your cleansing spiritual baths, Florida water. Put some Florida water in there with the intention that this is removing any filth, any gunk, any negative energy that you may have picked up. If you want to know how to make your own Florida water, this would be a perfect time to make it. Go ahead and check out the videos that I have up here. There's this one, and then there's going to be another one that's going to pop up here. Check it out, you guys. Of course, spiritual bath video is coming soon. I'm going to collab with Craig for that one. But oh my goodness, this is very powerful. It's very life-changing, and expect rebirth, you know, and don't be surprised. Emotions are going to come up, all right? Because, you know, we're kind of re-stepping in. We're going down that hole of going into those traumas, going into that hurt. But this is simply going to help us get out of it. All right, we have to embrace it so that we can release it. All right, my beautiful lovelies. So I really, honestly, truly hope that this helped you. I really hope that you guys do at least one of these rituals. Harness this full moon energy. It's very powerful. Comment down below, you know, what came up for you. If you want to share some things with me, if you want to talk, I'm always here. All right, thumbs up this video lets me know you want to see more like so. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much peace and love. Talk to you soon. Bye.